they moved from one house to a shotgun house. And then they moved from a shotgun house and built a 3-bedroom ranch-style home on an acre and a half of land. And the whole time it was going on, all Daddy did, sat back, and when they asked him a question, he said, "Ask your mom." Men, we got to realize, yes, God put us in charge. But sometimes you got to be, as the gambler said, you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. If you got a wife that can take care of business better than you can take care of it, you better let her handle it. But let me say this, and then I'm going to move on. I decided to try what Daddy was doing. And I turned my business over to my wife. 2 months later, I was getting phone calls. When you going to pay this bill? When I went to her and asked her what's going on, she told me, well, I had to do this. God created the first woman, the first wife, and the first mother. Prior to creation, gave Adam headship, but not superiority. Both men and women were endowed for equality and for mutual independence. When God took from Adam's side, it became a great and profound mystery. God created things from a man, 3 things from a man's side. And what a beautiful mystery it is. I don't know about you, but I like a good mystery. Every now and then when I read a good mystery or watch a good mystery, and sometimes you don't quite understand what happened in the end. Well, you say, Reverend, well, what did you do? Well, I found out as I have grown up that there are still some mysteries that you don't understand. If any men are here and you've been married for any period of time, and I don't care if it's been 1 year or 50 years, your wife is still a mystery. There are some things that you will never know about your wife. Children, there are some things that you will never know about your mother. And when you walk around talking about, I know you can't fool me. I got news for you. You don't know as well as you think. And when I was a child and I was coming up, and I used to go around and I used to parties, and some of you might be shocked to hear me say I used to party. Yes, I used to party. We all did. When I look back can see where God has brought me from. I was a fool, but I'm so glad I didn't stay a fool. And I know I've said a lot of things here this morning, and then on the other hand, I still haven't said too much. But I would like to say this, that what I said from a theological viewpoint, if you didn't understand it, I want to talk to you from my heart. All right. And what I want to say to you from my heart is I want to say to mothers and women all over this place, I want to say to you what Lionel Richard and the Commodore said to you. You once, you twice, you 3 times a lady, and I love you.
There's one today who wants to step out on faith. All right. Maybe there's another who wants to step out on faith and take God at his word. Maybe you sitting there contemplating and thinking about what you ought to do. But let me ask you a question. If the Lord was to come right now, would you be able to look him eye to eye and say, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to take my hand and take me across the chilly Jordan. No man know the day nor the hour, but you ought to always be ready. If you're here today, this is a life or death decision. You can either choose life or stay in death. If you're here today, you ought to come. I've had some good days.
Sing the song.
And I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and when I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. So I won't complain. If you're here today, you ought to come. Sometimes my clouds hang low and I can hardly see the road. And I know maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I've asked the question, Lord, why so much pain? But he knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they just can't see. So I'll just say Thank you, Lord. I'll just say, thank you, Lord. And I won't complain.